Hi guys, this is a really quick video just to show how to make a summary of a conversation that a user had with a specific chatbot, how to take that conversation and let's say export it to a Google Sheet or maybe directly to make a summary and send this summary via email. It doesn't really matter once we get that data out of the chatbot, we can really do anything with it. I just made, if you can look at my screen, really basic structure where we start with a question. This is a test. What do you want to be talking about? Is always going to the answer, always going to the answer, which is the AI answer one. Now, I'm just going to go through everything so you guys can follow along. This is a test. What do you want to be talking about? Answer the user with a funny response. Just made this really quick. Talk about how AI is going to destroy the world. And here is an answer that it could possibly give. Now, it's really simple just to show how to get that out of there. Then we go to question two with AI answer two. We're going to show that answer, and we always go to execute that code. This is really easy. The only thing I asked AI to write the code for me was take all the variables of the conversation slash workflow and put this in array called array. Send this to webhook and then double point and then the webhook that I just created for this example. This is the code that it generated and it worked perfectly. I'm just going to show you the integration on Make. The person that asked me to use Make, so I'm just going to use that. You can first take a webhook where there is a specific action that it's going to take. You won't have this, so you can just click on add, give it a name, and you can save that. At this moment, you'll see you made a link. You can copy that address to your clipboard and just paste that right between those two brackets and apostrophes. Once you have that, you can just close it. Make sure that all the variables are correct, that there's no little mistakes, because you can really look. It's going to take a lot of time if you have to go look for mistakes in variables. But once you have that, you can also make just a Google Sheet with all the specific variables that are going to be filled in that conversation and where you want that to be filled. So what you can do here is just make the headers, and once that is done, you can try it out. Now, this is looking for determining data to structure the next part. What do I mean by this? When you see it turning like that with the stop, this means that you need to have a conversation with your bot to send that data to Make. So just to give an example, hey, what is AI? Just make it short. It's going to make a funny response, which refers to simulation of human. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, have any other questions? What is life? Let's see. The conversation is ended. So that means that we went through the whole structure and the code was executed. So we we spend data through that webhook to Make. So now it should not be turning. So you'll see here that it's still turning. Why is that? Is because I made another one. With you, it should say this. So let's say we have here redetermined data structure and we go again. Here's AI taking over. Automation. Let's see how it is going to respond. But now you'll see, because I have the right hook, it's successfully determined. We can go OK and go to the next step. Here you can just connect to your Google Sheet account, like by path. My Drive just made that specific Google Sheet, Sheet 1. And then you'll have here, this is the best part. So you'll see that you have question, question 2, AI1, AI2. These are exactly the same variables that we had here. So it's really easy to distribute them to the right ones. I did exactly the same. So, okay, I'm going to put that on. Delete all data because I don't want. Dun. Okay, so this was a free account. Never mind. It's not going to work. But let's say that we run it once and we try again. What would be the question here? Take all the jobs away from the people. Yeah, taking all the jobs away. Now we'll go to the next one. Another question. Automation. Let's see what you say about that. So now we have the first question, the answer, the second question, and that answer. And that should be right over here. So why is it important to have it like this? Now we can do whatever we want with it. You could add a specific step. If you add a specific step, what you could do is have OpenAI just summarize the whole conversation. So you could add a step right here instead of having that Google Sheet. You can have all that data and just have OpenAI summarize everything. That's a possibility. Once you have that summarization, you can go along with it and do whatever you want. So I just checked online what happened, why I wasn't able to do that. It was because I had to active make scenarios already. So I'm going to activate that one. So if you go on this one and I put it on, now we can just go here again. Let's start like this. Now it's activated. So it's going to activate it every time that data arrives. So that's what we can do right now. Let's try it one last time to see it works. If this works, then you can play around with it and then take all the variables that you need. Let's go with do I need AI in my business? So again, this AI is not trained. This bot is really simple. There's a lot of inconsistencies, but it's really the last part that is just the most important one because I really think that people are struggling with taking data out of the chatbot and just playing around with it. Okay, what about automation? So here, the most important thing is the questions that the user is asking and the responses that the chatbot is giving. It doesn't always need to be an AI answer that is going to be recorded and sent through. You can also choose to send the whole conversation flow, but you can really play around with it. So here the conversation is ended, which means that something went through. And if we look here, nice. So everything works perfectly except for the last one. I think that something went wrong here. Let's see what went wrong. Really want it to work so I can be 100% sure that you guys have the same. Okay, so this is a really good a good thing that it happened so you guys can see where it can go wrong. Just a couple of tips before I stop the video. The first part where it can go wrong is the variables, the name of the variables. The second one is the make integration, and the third one was the variables in the Google Sheet.